Well, I just recently hit 100 subscribers, so might as well review a game to celebrate such a great milestone. Now I say we take a detour from Ratchet and Clank and look at another franchise that I love with all my soul. In case you could tell by the title or that great wordplay I just pulled off, tonight I'll be taking a look at the original 2009 Demon Souls, the granddaddy of the Soulsborne genre, the one that skyrocketed FromSoftware into, let's be honest here, infamy. Without further ado, roll the intro. Enjoy the show. Hello everyone to the 100 subscriber review special. To celebrate this great moment here on the channel, I'll be reviewing the original Demon Souls. Demon Souls is an action RPG developed by FromSoftware and published by Sony Computer Entertainment in Japan, Namco Bandai partners in PAL regions, and Atlas here in North America. As in the Shin Megami Tensei and the Persona people. You need to tell me that the people behind those two franchises published this? As long as there isn't an annoying battle theme, I'll be happy. Anyways, Demon Souls was originally released on the PlayStation 3 in February of 2009 for Japan, October of the same year in North America, and June of 2010 for PAL regions, before getting a remake release as a Scalp Station 5 launch title in 2020. Now, the way how I first experienced Demon Souls was via the PlayStation 3 emulator RPCS3, and just from me saying that, you're probably wondering why the hell I'm using a real copy to record gameplay. Here's why. Whenever I do like a screen recording from RPCS3 or even the 3DS emulator Citra, the footage becomes choppy and not pleasing to look at. So yeah, for this review I'm using an actual PlayStation 3 copy on an actual PlayStation 3 Super Slim model with a DualShock 4 controller. So without further ado, let's answer the question. Is the original Demon Souls any good? And is it one I can recommend to you? Let's find out. Okay, so the plot of Demon Souls, much like the future Soulsborne games, is very minimal. Demon Souls takes place in Boletaria and was attacked by a being called the Old One. The world was nearly consumed by the magical deep fog and the soul-eating demons it created. The Old One was eventually lulled back to slumber, saving what remained of Boletaria, while some survivors became long-lived monumentals to warn future generations. In the game's present, Boletaria's ruler King Allant restored the Soul Arts, thus awakening the Old One and its demon army. Boletaria is now being consumed by demons, though with those being humans without souls, turning into insane monsters. The player character enters the fog engulfing Boletaria, and after being killed by either the Vanguard demon or the Dragon God, the player awakens back in the Nexus and meets a benevolent demon called the Maiden in Black, aka the first sign of Miyazaki's foot fetish, as well as various other characters. Now bound to the Nexus until the Old One has returned to slumber, the player character travels to the 5 regions of Boletaria, those being Boletaria Castle, Stonefang Tunnel, the Tower of Latria, the Shrine of Storms, and the Valley of Defilement, killing the powerful demons consisting of the Dragon God in Stonefang, the Old Monk in the Tower of Latria, Maiden Astraea in the Valley of Defilement, and the Storm King in the Shrine of Storms, controlling those areas and absorbing their souls to increase their power so they can face King Allant. However, the King Allant the player faces is revealed to be a demon imposter. Insert your crappy Among Us meme here! After defeating the false King Allant, the Maiden in Black takes the player, now dubbed the Slayer of Demons, to the Old One. The Slayer of Demons faces the true King Allant, who has been transformed into a helpless blob-like demon within the Old One's body. The Maiden in Black then arrives to put the Old One to sleep again. Also, like future Soulsborne games, there are different endings. If the Slayer of Demons leaves the Old One, they are hailed as the hero of the restored, though damaged Boletaria, becoming a new monumental to support the world as the knowledge of the Soul Arts is lost. But if the Slayer of Demons kills Feats McGee, they serve the Old One and sate their hunger for souls as the fog continues to spread. So that was the plot, and for the first actual Souls game FromSoftware made, the story actually does have that overarching feeling, unlike their future games, minus Bloodborne. The cutscenes are all rendered with the in-game graphics, so whatever you made your character look like as well as what armor they're wearing will show up in the cutscenes. So yeah, overall the story is good. The voice acting is also pretty solid for a 2009 game. It's not on the same level as the likes of Bayonetta, Final Fantasy 13, or Infamous, but it certainly fills the quota. Though, it's not a game unless we talk about the gameplay. Gameplay of Demon's Souls has us in the shoes of our custom character, the Slayer of Demons. And the name of the game is fight bosses, explore, and die. A metric shit ton of times. Yeah, being blunt here, starting out in Demon's Souls might be the hardest thing for newcomers to get used to. While it plays like your standard Souls game, there are a few things missing, such as plunging attacks and jumping after sprinting. I also feel like certain areas are made annoying on purpose. My top 3 examples would be the Shrine of Storms, due to those annoying ass skeletons and those flying mana rays, the Tower of Latria because of how fucking dark it is, especially after killing the Fool's Idol, and the Valley of Defilement. It's a poison level with these annoying shits. And if you don't have a lot of endurance to increase that stamina bar or a lot of vigor to increase that health bar, you are going to die a lot, especially in New Game Plus. But to my surprise, the game still has glitches even in the latest version of the game. The glitch I'm of course talking about is the item duplication glitch. The way how you do it is by only having the Nexio binding equipped, talk to the blacksmith in the Nexus, try to buy something only to walk away, activate the dialog box when you want to use the binding, press start on your controller, go to Stockpile Thomas, and select the thing you want to do before quickly backing out. And lo and behold, you just duped a boss soul and healing items, so you can just power level your way to the final boss, and you effectively broke the game. This glitch alone is why I consider the original Demon's Souls the easiest Souls game that I have ever played, right next to using the Black Knight Halberd in the original Dark Souls / remastered. Exclusive to Demon's Souls is something called World Tendency. The way it works is kind of like a morality system where we have white and black world tendencies. To get white world tendency is by killing hostile black phantoms, bosses, or invading players. The latter of which cannot be done because the servers for this game has been shut down back on February 28th, 2018. As for black world tendency, the only notable way I see is by dying a whole lot while in body form. Now both of them have their side effects. For white world tendency, areas that were once blocked off are now accessible, enemies are easier to kill but drop less souls. But for black world tendency, some of the tough to kill black phantoms like Satuki in the Shrine of Storms show up, and enemies are tougher to kill, but they drop more souls. Now, you heard me say body form. That's because, much like Dark Souls 2, you have 2 forms. Those being the aforementioned body form where you have full health, and soul form where your health is cut off by 50%. You can use the Cling Ring for a bit more health, but that will require you to use one of your 2 ring slots. But you can restore your body by using the Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. They behave like the human effigies in Dark Souls 2, except they fully restore your health bar. They're not exactly common to find, but there is one in the Nexus and the Black Phantom that drops one in the Shrine of Storms after the Adjudicator boss fight. Just do the item duplication glitch, and congrats, you now have an unlimited amount of them and broke the game even more. Now, I say let's talk about the bosses. Depending on what style you go for, either an all-around with both strong attack and high magic attack, a cheesy magic user, or you could be like Gerard the Completionist and Unga Bunga, me hook smash enemy with giant meat cleaver stone thing, your way to victory. But to me, some of them, even when you do the item dupe glitch and power level your way, they still put up a challenge like the Tower Knight, the Penetrator, the False King Alon, Fool's Idol, and the Flame Lurker. But much like the 4 games from Dark Souls Remastered, Demon's Souls also had its fair share of annoying bosses, like the Leechmonger and Dirty Colossus at the Valley of Defilement, the Storm King in the Shrine of Storms, but by far the most infamous of them all, the Dragon God in the Stone Fang Tunnel. Dear Christ on a bloody moped! If you want an example of how not to do a boss fight in an action RPG, then the Dragon God is the perfect Dragon Goddamn example of that. Suddenly the game went from action RPG to Metal Gear Souls. You don't even face the boss directly, you just shoot arrows into its side and slash at its chin until it's dead. The only good thing about this boss is that after you kill it, if you have White Roll tendency, you get the Dragon Bone Smasher, aka the strongest heavy sword in the game. But of course, there's one boss that literally everyone in the Soulsborne community consider the most disappointing boss of all of Souls. The true King Alon. You think for a final boss he would be a bigger challenge than all the bosses combined, but no! He has slow as hell attack speed along with slow as hell movement, so dying or even getting hit by the blob shouldn't even be an issue. But overall, outside of a couple of bosses that are either annoying to fight or disappointing to fight, the gameplay is pretty good. Visually, I'm gonna be honest, while it does have its charm, it has clearly shown its age, but not as bad as the first Infamous. The textures all look as flat as the Wii version of Sonic Unleashed and colors. Character models like the Maiden in Black also suffer from flat textures. I mean, look at her eyes. Also, unlike the PS5 remake that ran at 60 frames a second, the original PS3 version ran at a max 30 frames per second. There's also that in case you're a weirdo who judges games based on frame rate. But luckily with RPCS3 you can emulate the game so you can add in the 60 FPS patch. As for OST, it also has that same Soulsborne treatment where the soundtrack is reserved for bosses in the hub world. And I think the OST is pretty good, though the only two memorable ones would be the boss themes for the Penetrator and the Tower Knight, since they share the same boss theme as well as the Nexus's theme. Now, let's recap. The story is actually pretty good. Gameplay, while it has its annoying parts, it's okay. Visually, it has aged, and OST is also okay. So here are my closing thoughts. Overall, everyone, the original Demon's Souls is just alright. While the story is more overarching compared to future FromSoftware games, it's the annoying bits in the gameplay that really brought it down. If you're someone who judges a game based on how it looks, boy, your head is going to explode from how it's aged. And as for OST, it's just okay. So, in conclusion, the original Demon's Souls gets my score of a 6 out of 10. But now, I want to know from you all, did you play the original Demon's Souls? What did you think of it? And is it a game you would recommend to a friend? Leave your answers and more down in the comments. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and while you're here, consider subscribing and turn on the bell to be notified whenever I make a new video. Thank you all so much for 100 subscribers. I was honestly expecting this to take me at least another year to make it to this milestone, so from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much for enjoying the content I make. But as always, my social media links are down below. I've been HorrorKid, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everybody.